What's up, ladies and gents? Today we're back with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about the news in the boxing world today. Tyson Fury, for like the 100th time, has come out with a retirement. Despite the name of, I had to type him up because I didn't want to say his name wrong and be rude, but his name is Arslanbek Makhmudov. And if you are unaware who this guy is, he is a 21-2 pro boxer. And I thought we should talk about this fight, but also as well talk about the status of the heavyweight division. And yeah, just give you my honest thoughts. To be honest, I was planning on making a video about this way before, this news came out. But as soon as this news came out, I was like, you know what? This is the perfect time to give my opinion and make a video on it. So I have taken the opportunity, and we're going to be talking about this, who I think would win, what does this mean, as well as other fights in the heavyweight division as well. Like, what is going on? But yeah, I'm going to be giving you all my thoughts, and if this video does well, I can make more videos talking about boxing, talking about the UFC, because I am a fan of both. I'm not an expert with knowledge, but I am a fan of both, and I can give my honest raw opinion. So yeah, before we get into this, I'm going to order 600 subs, and I'll obviously appreciate if you do like and subscribe. So let's, without further ado, get into this video on the way to 600. Okay, sorry for the long intro. But yeah, let's start. Ars Lambek, if you didn't know, is, as I said, a 21-2 fighter, pro boxer. If you want to know who he has fought, notable names is he has fought the name. I believe he recently came off a win against Dave Allen. If you don't know who Dave Allen is, he's a boxer from the UK. He has fought. What's his name? I want to see his record. He's ranked currently number 6 in the WBA rankings. But to be honest, rankings. The thing is, you need to learn about rankings, guys. In divisions, if you're on the top 5, it doesn't matter. Depends on the name value. It's the same thing with the UFC. It doesn't make sense when it comes to the way they do rankings and like who deserves title shot, who deserves the big fights. But this Makhmudov guy beat Dave Allen in his last fight. If you don't know, Dave Allen recently, before that he fought him, knocked out Johnny Fisher, who is son of Big John. But he's not the greatest fighter. I'm not gonna lie. Like, he is very slow. He's like a fridge, and he's not the best fighter. And the main reason that obviously putting Fury against this guy is because, well, he's an easy opponent for Fury. Fury's coming off the 2 losses in a row to Alexander Usyk, which is no problem with saying that, by the way, because Usyk is one of the best boxers I've seen live. Yes, I've seen him live. But like I said, he's coming off a 2 losses in a row. Even though, if you probably ask Fury, he probably thinks he won both fights. But obviously, their fight is important because it matters on how well Fury performs. We need to see if he's back on the level that he used to be, like the one that beat Wilder, not the one that did awful against Ngannou. We want to see the one that beat Wilder all those times. And do I believe Fury is capable of being back where he used to be? It is possible, but issue is Fury's getting old, okay? Fury is in his late 30s, and he is getting old. And when you're that old, you don't actually get better. Well, you can't. There's some fighters that are consistently better, not really mattering about age. For example, Mayweather could possibly fight at any age and still be good. Pacquiao proved it when he fought Barrios. Even though I think he should have won that fight. Even Usyk and Terence Crawford, both very old, and they both still did bits despite being their age. But honestly, I think this is an easy win for Fury. As I don't really like the fact he always keeps retiring and coming back. Like, I remember he said he was going to retire. Like, I understand he had his mental health issues after the Klitschko fight, where he apparently retired. Then he came back, fought Wilder. Then he fought, I think, Dillian White. Then tried to retire again. Then fought Usyk and lost twice in a row, and then he retired again. Now he's coming back to fight this guy, Makhmudov. Um, Obviously, Fury was not in the ring at all. I believe last year, 2025. Am I right in saying that? When was the Alexander Usyk Fury rematch? Was that? I think that was in December 2024. I might be wrong, but I don't believe Fury fought last year. Where I need to see actually. I have to fact check because um uh I might be wrong, but I believe it wasn't. Yeah, it was 21st of December 2024. So he hasn't been in the ring for a year, and similar to Joshua, where before he fought Jake Paul, he wasn't in the ring since 2024. So this is a year layoff. So we're gonna see really how good Tyson Fury is. I don't believe that he is on the level of Usyk. I don't think he deserves another shot at Usyk, not just now. Like, I know for the longest time they were planning Fury to return, fight Usyk in Wembley, even though nothing ever really came about that. But I think they fight 100 times, Usyk wins 100 times. I think it's that obvious. There's just levels to the sport. Like, Fury's an OG, but some people are just better than you. And that's basically it with Usyk, man. Like, Usyk will always be better than Fury. Like, it's true. Even though the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury, doesn't lose. That was a shit impression. But either way, that's just truth. But regarding this fight against Makhmudov, I think Fury wins easily. I don't know. I don't think it'll be by knockout because I don't think really Fury would be able to knock him out. Mainly because I think Makhmudov probably has a chin. Like, I don't think I've seen him get dropped. So that's saying something. And obviously Fury might not have the same power as he had years ago in his prime. So it's an interesting fight on paper. But I think Fury will beat Makhmudov. The thing is, if Fury somehow loses to Makhmudov, I think he should stay retired. I think if you lose to Makhmudov, you should stay retired because there's no point of trying to come back, fight the Wardley, fight the Usyks, fight the Joshuas if you're gonna lose to someone like Makhmudov. Now, a key thing about this event, which I have not brought up yet, which I'm bringing up now, is that this will be streamed live on Netflix. He's fighting in the UK. Hasn't been announced when the venue is or who's fighting on the card, but I presume it'll probably be in Manchester, and it's going to be on Netflix, which is interesting because there's only been 4 events that Netflix has hosted in boxing. They had the first one, which was Jake Paul, Mike Tyson. They had the second one, which I believe was Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano trilogy, which Katie Taylor won. And then they had Canelo Crawford. And then end of last year, obviously the most recent Netflix event was Joshua J. Paul, which I watched, but I watched all 3 out of the 4 fights. The only one I didn't watch was Taylor Serrano, but I'm not really. It doesn't really interest me. That's why. But yes, that is interesting. Now, why is he choosing to fight on Netflix and not the Zone? I don't know. It baffles me. I don't know. I think there's only one real reason for that, and that's because really he probably saw how much money Joshua made out of the Jake Paul fight, and he's like, I want that Netflix money against the easy bag, easy. Yeah, and he would probably make more than if he fought on the Zone against Makhmudov. And also another key thing is that it's a ring card event, which is important because it's not an actual event hosted by Frank Warren. meaning that the chances are that the undercard might be more stacked with big names because every ring event is normally very good. They normally stack it really well, card wise. And speaking of ring, that Ryan Garcia, not Ryan Garcia. Well, Ryan Garcia is fighting Barrios, but Shakur Stevenson's fighting Teofimo. I'm just going to make a mini prediction on that right now. I believe Shakur Stevenson will win. Even though it's not really related to heavyweights, I just wanted to bring it up because I wanted to give my opinion. I don't know when this video is coming out, though, so yeah, it's yeah. um, but yeah, anyway, so that's just my official analysis of the event. But what does this mean for the heavyweight boxing in general? Well, this fight is important because if obviously we need it's an important factor is we need to see how well Fury is doing. If Fury comes in there and does awful, will he have a chance against Joshua's and Wardley's? That's a question. Obviously, I think it's mainly to get the ring rust off. And Makhmudov is probably the most ideal opponent you could have picked. Like, if you didn't watch my UFC video where I talked about Paddy Gagey, it's kind of a similar situation to the Sean O'Malley Song Yadong fight, where obviously Fury is a big name in boxing. He's one of the biggest stars, one of the highest paid boxers in the world. And obviously they want to make as much money from him as possible. So they'd put him in there against a favourable matchup so that he can win, so that he can make him fight bigger fights. Obviously, would this be the most ideal opponent I would have picked for Fury? No. Obviously, Wardley would be amazing. The AJ fight, which I don't know if that would ever happen, that would be way more ideal. Like, those fights would have been big, like the Caballeros, the maybe Zhile Zhang. Like, there's a lot of names he could have fought, but I think the easiest one out of all of them would be obviously Makhmudov, the one he is fighting. Because the thing is, Makhmudov, if it was Makhmudov coming off a loss, everyone would be questioning and being like, why are you fighting this fighter who's come off a loss to Dave Allen? But he recently knocked out Dave Allen, so he's got a bit of spark about him. And I think this fight, the plan I believe is for Fury is if he gets through Makhmudov, is to fight either Joshua or Wardley in the summer. Now, I think, in my opinion, either of those fighters would be absolutely dangerous for for Fury, because AJ obviously just came off a win against Jay Paul, but that isn't saying much because Jay Paul is Jay Paul, but Joshua seems to be getting better, teaming with Team Usyk. Very important factor because Usyk beat Fury twice, so train with a guy that knows how to beat your opponent would be key. But also you got Fabio Wardley, who trains as well with Moses Atalma, and that camp is very good as well. Like, I think both of them could be a dangerous fight because, in my opinion, I think the Fury Wardley fight would make the most sense because obviously apart from the Joshua fight, but we don't know if Joshua will fight again or when he will fight because of the whole incident in Nigeria, which I'm not really going to get into because it is a bit peak for everyone involved. But we don't know if Fury will come back. I mean, Josh will fight again. So for the fact that he might not fight again, I think it would probably be better for Fury to stick with Wardley. But Wardley is also younger than Joshua. It's going to be probably quicker than Joshua. Probably on par power-wise with Joshua. And the thing with Wardley is he's got a chin. Like, I don't think I've seen this man drop. He beat Fury's best friend as well, Wardley. And he saw... And Wardley was losing that fight before he knocked out Parker. So Fury needs to keep that in mind. Even if he's dominating the whole fight, one shot is all it takes. And considering as well, Fury got dropped by Ngannou and Usyk. And the thing with Usyk, I say this, but he did knock out the bar in the last fight, which I was there for. He did Usyk's not really a bit known for his big power punches. Like Joshua is. Or Usyk's not. Yeah, so I don't think so. Usyk's obviously not the big most power punch, and he dropped Fury. So Wardley would be a difficult night. The only reason I could see Fury possibly beating Usyk, I mean Wardley, would be because of the height and the experience, and maybe the movement. But honestly, that would be a fight I'd like to see. And Wardley is open for that fight too, to be honest. And I'm honestly would be 100% down to watch him versus Wardley. Um, but as well as that, I think moving away from Fury, because I know the title is Fury, but I want to talk about as well Usyk recently, because Usyk I think has questioned me a lot recently. Obviously, Usyk is the GOAT. He is undisputed GOAT. 3-time undisputed heavyweight. No, 2-time undisputed heavyweight. One time cruiserweight. So he's a 3-time undisputed champ. You know. So we should not really question why what he wants to do and why he wants to do it. But Usyk recently came out saying he wanted to fight Wilder. Wilder came off, had his last fight, fair enough, he won. But the 2 fights before that, he lost to Zhilei Zhang and Joseph Parker. So why would Usyk want to do that? I don't know. Obviously, I think the main reason for that was because he wants to beat everyone, all the best fighters from his era. He beat Joshua twice, he beat Fury twice, he beat Dubois twice. It would make sense for him to beat not Ngannou. I mean, it would make sense for him to beat Wilder. I don't think Wilder deserves it though. It would be a big fight, but competitively, it would not be a big fight. I mean, no, it wouldn't be as competitive. I mean, I think there are many fighters in the division that probably would deserve it more than Wilder, which is obviously Wardley, as I stated earlier. Moses Atama, I don't think is experienced yet to fight Usyk, and he even said that. And also, Joseph Parker at a time, I think, deserved the title shot way over Usyk. I mean, not way over Usyk. There was a time where he deserved it 100%. And I thought the whole point, the Wilder versus the Parker Wardley fight, which I was there for, by the way, was that Parker was meant to, the winner was meant to fight Usyk, but Usyk's like, nah, bruv, I'm not fighting. So, yeah. But then Wilder apparently is in talks to, supposedly he's going to fight Derek Chisora, which, Jesus, he came out of nowhere. But that would be a good fight, which I'm going to try and go to, because I really want to go to that fight. I think Derek Chisora Wilder will be a funny fight. But I think if Wilder loses to Chisora, there's no chance he deserves a title shot. I'm 100% certain he would not deserve a title shot if he loses to Chisora. But look, as well as that, I think Dubois, as well. I know he wants to go a big name fight. I think him versus Fury would be pretty cool to see. But I think if I had to think as well, Caballero could be another fight. I think that could deserve a title shot. I think him versus Dubois or Wardley would be a good fight. Obviously, a really good fight would be Wardley and Tama, but because they're in the same training camp, then probably never going to fight each other. So let's just accept that. Dubois, I think, needs to fight someone big. Arguably, I think Joseph Parker would be a good matchup for Dubois. Joshua needs to fight maybe Fury at some point, but if not Fury, who? I don't want him to. I don't think he should fight Wardley. Maybe the winner of Chisora Wilder, because he hasn't fought either of them before. I think that would be an interesting fight. If for Joshua, because I don't. Or maybe get like 2 wins and then maybe won it back with Dubois as well. Like, there are many fights you can make in the heavyweight division, which would still be interesting. But obviously, because Fury versus Wilder supposedly was gonna, Wilder Chisora was supposedly gonna happen. Who does Usyk fight? Well, recent talks is that Usyk apparently now wants to fight Andy Ruiz, which doesn't make any sense to me because if we think that Usyk versus Wilder would be an unfair fight, Andy Ruiz against against Ruiz, Usyk versus Ruiz would be the most uncompetitive fight ever. It's like very, like, let's be real. His last fight was against Big Baby Miller, which they drew. And some people saying that it shouldn't have even been a draw and that he should have lost. So I don't know what in heavens made them think maybe he deserves a title shot against Usyk after recently losing it back to Joshua when he was champ. I don't understand that. Wilder, fair enough. Andy Ruiz, I'm confused. But that's just my status and that's just my thoughts really. Joseph Parker, I think, should fight Dubois next. I don't think he said he didn't mind fighting a Talma. Stay him away from a Talma, please. Obviously, I'm gonna just give you my overall thoughts before ending the video, but I think, in my opinion, Fury should fight. I think Fury will beat Magomedov. Oh, not Magomedov. I forgot his name. You know, the person in the title. I can't say his name, but the person in the title I think Fury should fight would be, and then I think he should either fight Wardley or Joshua. There's no reason for him not to fight either of them, but it's heavyweight boxing, you'll never know. Anyways, that's been me today. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you want me to make more videos on either boxing or UFC, just leave a like and subscribe. I can give you my opinions, I don't care, mate. But anyways, that's been me. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we're to 600, and bye.